I'm in the 2012 Guinness Book of World Records Gamers Edition. I want to talk to you guys about that, and for the first time, I'm going to talk about me cracking the Call of Duty Black Ops code, being on G4 TV, TimeMagazine.com, and all that good stuff. But before that, what's up? It's been a while, right? I'm sitting down, which I don't do often, on YouTube. I reached out to you guys on Facebook, and I asked you what type of videos you guys want to see me do more of, and you guys said vlogs. So I decided I'm going to start vlogging or doing, normal, just sit down and talk, tell you guys what I'm playing, how I feel about certain gaming topics and stuff. Do that every once in a while, along with my normal stand-up stuff. So this is kind of crazy. It's kind of weird, just sitting here talking. Like, I don't have any jokes, and this is easy too. I mean, we'll see, right? But it seems easier because I don't have to sit down and write jokes. Like, I gotta write a joke based on a new game that came out, but the punchline has to be, that's why Activision is slutty. That's hard, right? So this is kind of cool, just to sit down here. So let me know if you guys like this style of videos. I like them. That's why I subscribe to most guys on YouTube. I subscribe to do these type of videos. So, and I don't really talk to you guys about how I feel about certain gaming topics. A couple of you guys have said we have no, other than some of your posters, we have no idea what systems you have, all of them. We have no idea what games you play, all of them, or what games you like, most of them. No, but because I just crack jokes or try to make you guys laugh. So I also crack codes, by the way. I mean, that's just what, so that normally I only talk about like gaming topics and get things off my chest about that's freaking stupid, I hate that, on our podcast. So this is kind of cool to do it on YouTube. But anyway, I gotta give a shout out to Mr. JSKKTX and Snoozer SNS. Those were two guys that first told me, hey dude, you're in the new Guinness Book of World Records. That's crazy, right? So, and they were right. I think it's page 191. I haven't received my copy of the book yet, but it's in the mail. So I'm really excited about that. It's for the Call of Duty Black Ops thing, which I'm sure a lot of you don't care about because a lot of people hate Call of Duty. But I'm also sure a lot of you, that's the whole reason why you subscribe in the first place. If you're watching this and subscribe because of Call of Duty, that's really cool because most of the people who subscribed because of the Call of Duty video don't watch my videos anymore. They were like, oh, he cracked the code, subscribe. I'll never watch him again. That seems like what it's like. When I heard YouTube was doing this dead sub thing where they were going to basically remove any dead subscribers you have, I was like, oh no. my channel's gonna take a hit hard, and it did. I don't know if they're still in the process of doing it. I don't really keep up with that stuff, but I did move. I lost 200 subscribers. I noticed that over the weekend. I went down from, I was almost at 4,000, and then that was like my milestone, 4,000, and then. But anyway, Call of Duty World of Warcraft. And World of War. We'll be talking about those games. I know Call of Duty, World Record, the code thing. I've never talked about that before on here. I've joked about it and made fun of myself for doing it. But that was a pretty crazy time. Like, I cracked the code, and who would have thought, seriously, that Call of Duty would even have anything like that in it? Like, they went crazy with Black Ops, right? So I cracked the code. That was really cool. I put it up on the internet. I remember thinking at the time, I'm going to make this as over the top and as, cocaine-induced as I can, because I'm thinking there are going to be thousands of other people that upload videos or whatever. I want mine to stick out. So I really I overdid it, and a lot of people hated that. You guys, like my subscribers, you guys knew, you could obviously tell it was, but a lot of people were like, I've never been called a D-bag more times in my life than on that video. But what was really cool about that, and I just want to talk about this for just 5 seconds to get over with. When I went to all those, because every gaming website ever that I've ever seen had it on their page, except for IGN and Joystick, the two that I probably visit the most. So that was kind of funny. Even though I emailed IGN and was like, hey, here's this code. I cracked it. I haven't told anybody yet. You guys can have the story. I don't really care. And they didn't reply for like they never replied. And so like 2 days later, I'm like, screw it. I'll just do a video about it, So I also emailed Joystick, but I've heard that, I mean, they probably get 1 million emails a day, right? So who am I? But still, I did send it to IGN, it's true, and Joystick. But, so, I would notice that video on every other website I went to, and I would see people like, oh, he's a D-bag. What's he, on drugs, all this stuff. And I noticed some of your guys' names. You guys had accounts on these other websites and were sticking up for me. I thought that was the coolest thing. Josh ZTV, guys like Gary Emmett, and while I'm at it, Brian Left for Dead, Absolute Zero. A lot of you guys. I want to do a video within the next few months of giving shout-outs of you guys that comment on my videos. Whether you make videos or not, you guys that have been around for a long time, and make sure you comment and support me every time. Even if the video I do is not funny or some of the jokes don't work, you guys always support me, so I want to do that. But anyway, moving on. World record, and it was really cool, and that's not a record. I didn't make a record, by the way. I didn't break a record. They just put me in there because crack the code thing. So the first person, the person I have to actually give the most thanks to is Treasy504. If you guys know him, I'm sure you do. Because Treasy called me. Treasy and I game together, and not all the time, but we have, and we enjoy talking to each other and stuff. And he was like, "Dude, is this code thing real?" Now, Treasy and I don't like talk on the phone. Don't think that we're like, he called me, to see what I was doing for dinner. And no, it was just like, "Hey dude, is this thing real?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll try to get this up on m4g.com and we'll watch this thing blow up." That's what he said. So in my mind, I'm thinking, blow up. Wow, dude. 20,000 views. That'd be awesome. The next day, I get home from work and it's got like 30,000 views. I'm like, wow. Oh my God. I'm freaking out. Like, this is really cool. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And then it went up to 50,000. Then 75,000, then 100,000, then 150,000, then 200,000, then 300,000, then 300,000, and it kept going. I was like, oh, it was crazy. So I think Treasy, and he'll never be like, "No problem, bro," because he's like really down to earth and real. But thank you. That meant a lot to me. That was really cool. I got to be on, or I was on G4 TV, my video in the feed, if you guys watch Attack of the Show on G4 TV. So that was really crazy. The craziest thing though, and my mom doesn't know how take snapshots from like captures off of her computer. So she just took a picture with her phone of this website. It was this British website, and it said Prince William gets engaged finally to Kate Middleton, and then right next to it, it said Maverick 10 cracks Call of Duty Black Ops. Like, it was right next to it. It was pretty cool because nothing like that. Let's just be honest. Nothing like that will ever happen again for me. So it was pretty cool. Who would ever thought it would happen? That will go down as my one claim to fame, and it's not that famous. Let's be honest. It's just Call of Duty people. But you know what my old claim to fame was, as far as video game was? Oh, anyway, I was the first person to get an online kill. To get a kill on the online multiplayer for the Darkness. True story. First person. And never played another online game of the Darkness ever again. But I got the game way early, and no one was ever online. I didn't buy that game for online, but I like to check out online in every game that I have. And finally, 2 guys were on, and they had never played another game before. And I hadn't either because no one else had it. And then, this is way before the game came out. And so we jumped in a game, I got the first kill. So technically, I've heard the second one's pretty good, so I'm going to have to pick that up. Alex from Facebook, you told me it's really good, so I'm going to pick it up. So that was really crazy, guys, the whole Black Ops thing. That was fun, and like, let's be honest, nothing like that will ever happen for me again. So I don't know how long I've been going, and I don't want to continue to ramble, but thanks for all the support on the Black Ops thing, Call of Duty. I would have never thought, if like someone was like, "You know what, I built this DeLorean, I went to the future, you're going to become famous for like a day." Video game famous. Not even YouTube famous. Just video game. Nerd famous. Okay? Because it's not really famous, but for a game, I would have, the last one I would have thought would be Call of Duty. I have nothing against Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty, but it's Call of Duty, so. Anyway, this was nice to do a video like this. It was a bit different. I've never done a video like this before where I'm just like, "Hey, man, did you see that score that game got? Man. Now, just because I'm sitting down and like talking doesn't mean I'm going to get into the YouTube drama. But I could now that I do these kind of videos apparently now. So, no, I'm not. I got nothing. So thanks guys for watching.